Hi guys, welcome to today's podcast, and today we are going to be doing Q&As.
Q&As. You said
Q&A, no,
plural.
why did I say
It's
Q&A?
just a Q&A. It's not. We're not doing multiple Q&As. We're going to be doing 37 Q&As today, guys. But yes, so we're going to be answering some viewer questions today. We put out on the Unnamed Podcast Instagram account. If you don't already follow us, it's at Unnamed Pod. We put out on the
Yeah,
Instagram asking for questions, and we received some. So we're going to answer them now. I realise it hasn't actually been 24 hours since this is up. So if you've asked a question and we didn't answer it in this, we're very sorry. You answered it after we've recorded this.
we'll answer them on the live or something.
Yeah, we'll answer them at some point. Or maybe next episode or something like that. But yeah. So we're going to just answer some questions. Okay, I think we just get straight into this.
Yeah.
Well, one quick thing, obviously, if you haven't already, subscribe. We're uploading daily podcasts. Subscribe with your notifications on so you don't miss them. Yeah, okay, let's just get into this. Okay, the first question comes from Lois Bailey. She asks, what is your ideal Christmas/New Year's Eve? What is your ideal Christmas, Tom? What would be like your dream Christmas? If you could have any Christmas, like what would you do, or like what would you eat, or what would happen?
Spend Christmas in like this like log cabin with like snow and stuff, like in Canada. I was in this like log cabin and it's snowing. It was all sorts and it was awesome.
Would you want to be in Canada, or would you want to be somewhere else?
Yeah. No, I did the holiday a couple of years ago. It was brilliant.
Yeah,
I'd love to be there again. That was the ideal holiday, especially for Christmas.
I'm going to be honest, I didn't actually have a clue what I was going to say for my answer, so I'm just going to be like, same as you. No, obviously, I'm not really sure, but because I feel like something like I love Christmas, and Christmas is always good and stuff. I feel like something like that, but I feel like with maybe my whole family would be nice. Sort of like grandparents and stuff as well. Might be cool. But yeah, okay, cool. Next question comes from Gabe Russell. He asks, what made you start a podcast? I'll answer this one because I started the podcast, and then you could also probably answer why you said yes to me when I asked if you wanted to join. But okay, so the reason I made a podcast, why I decided to make the Unnamed Podcast, was because sort of like, well, one, it was sort of when I started it, podcast was sort of being popular, and I was like, oh yeah, I want to jump on that sort of thing of everyone had a podcast at one point, and I was like, I thought it might be something cool, and it's like as well at the time it was also, I didn't have that many YouTube video ideas, and I was like, it's a free video idea for me, so I can just do a podcast every month, and it was like, I was like, it's not too hard to do, so I thought I'd start it, and also I feel like it was just sort of, it gives me just an opportunity to talk about whatever I want. It doesn't have to be like a YouTube video where I sit down and I'm like, oh, this is what this it. I can just talk for as long as I want and then just upload it. And it's sort of like, it's not like a really edited thing. It's just us talking. And obviously, if you've seen the early episodes, you'll know that they're very short and very formal. I'd say it was very much me and a guest sit at a desk, 3 cameras in front of us, and I asked them questions. Yeah, how's your YouTube channel going? What's your next video going to be?
Yeah.
Tell us about something interesting that's going to happen. Whereas now it's sort of like, we still do ask similar sort of questions. Like, we still have, questions written down. But if we go off on a tangent, it doesn't matter.
No.
And it's sort of, it's less of, okay, so how's your YouTube channel going? And more like, tell us a bit about...
structured.
Yeah, like we recorded an episode with Sonny the other day. I don't think it's going to be out at this point, but it'll be out soon. And we talked to him about his music and stuff like that. But it wasn't like, okay, this is this, answer this. But it was sort of like, we had a nice conversation about it, which I think is a lot better. So yeah, that's why I started a podcast. Tom, why did you say yes? Because I approached Tom a few months back. I was like, Tom, would you be up for being a co-host on a podcast? And you said yes. Why?
Well, I don't know, primarily because I had nothing better to do, and because, I don't know, I always wanted to do some podcast thing. Because there was like, I know there's a guy already doing a podcast like for paintball and stuff, and it's like, I don't know if I wanted to do paintball podcast anyway, because it's quite narrow with who to watch that. So then when you had the idea of that, I was like, probably not a bad idea.
Yeah, because I remember we were actually, just before I asked that, we were talking about Actually, to be fair, I was about to say I don't know whether you should talk about this, but actually we've spoken about it before, I think, where we were talking about a possible YouTube group, and we got to the point of sort of naming it and coming up with it, and then it sort of fell apart. But
It did, big time.
with that, we were going to do a podcast, and it was going to be well, the four of us that were in the groups. It was me, you, and then two others, and in the end, because we were like, we want to have a group, but we also want to start a podcast, because this one sort of we hadn't uploaded to it. Well, I hadn't uploaded to it, and then that sort of fell through, and I was like, well, but I still want to do a podcast, so I was like, why don't I ask Tom? So yeah, cool. I hope that answered your question, Gabe. That was actually, we went quite in detail on that one, but yeah. Okay, next question. George Firmage asks, how do you think your 2020 went? Tom, how did your 2020 go?
One word: lockdown.
Oh, it's like I saw a meme the other day, and it was like, how this year went: January, February, lockdown, December. I was like, yeah, that's pretty accurate. Oh no, December.
Yeah.
No, it was lockdown, summer, December. The lockdown, summer, lockdown, December. It's funny,
much.
but yeah, we've been in a lot of lockdowns. But I feel like my 2020 went okay. Like, obviously, regarding everything that's gone on, like it could have got way better if there wasn't a global pandemic going on. But like, for the situation we're in, I feel like my 2020 wasn't too bad. I got quite a bit done.
Yeah.
Got some decent GCSE results. Same with you. Yeah, 2020 wasn't too bad. I say that, don't take that out of context. I don't mean like 2020 wasn't too bad for like the world. I mean like my 2020 didn't go too terribly. I know a lot of other people had a very bad 2020, but
yeah.
What were you gonna say, Tom?
Yeah, no, I was gonna say like GCSE results and stuff. Apparently they're making it easier for the for this year's GCSE and year 13.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah, I heard about that, because obviously they haven't been
Make it an even
in as
playing
much.
field.
Yeah. I think I heard something about sort of like
that's
them
right.
being able to take like texts into exams and stuff like that, like for like English or whatever.
They're going to make it like stupidly generous on the marking and stuff, so that so like stuff like we would have had to write, and it would have been quite strict. Well, anything they write is quite generous, so like you could write, I don't know, like FLO was with whoever, and you'd get a mark for it as long as it was correct.
Yeah.
Probably.
Okay.
I'm assuming.
Who knows? Okay, next question. Harry Hicks asks, would you ever consider doing a PT challenge based fitness test? I have not a clue what that is.
Is that the blink test?
I don't. Let's have a quick Google.
Is that what they mean?
Because Harry commented on this on our podcast the other day, and I had no clue what he was saying. So, PT. What is it? A PT challenge. Fitness. PT challenge. The workout provides a way to push your limits on exercises, which will stand at 2-minute PT time like a piece of cake. Here is a workout that will start. I think it's something to do with military. Oh no, maybe not. It's just, I suppose it's just being really fit or something like that. I have not a clue. Maybe it's something to do with the bleep test. We'll see. Who knows? Let us know what it is, Harry, and then we'll answer in the next episode, because we have no clue. And well, probably the answer's probably still going to be no from me, because I just, exercise is no from me. But
I might
we'll
might try it. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. Okay. Harry also asks, who's your favourite member of the JFC? JFC being Jacob Fan Club.
I'll let you go first, Jacob.
Okay. Well, so basically, if you don't already know, there is a Jacob Silver fan club. They're called the Jacob Fan Club. They have an Instagram account. We discovered, and they bought T-shirts. I need to actually ask them for an update on that when we have them on the podcast.
Yeah.
But basically, they're a fan club of me. I don't know why, but there are some people from our old school. We're hoping to have them on the podcast soon. We need to organise that. Right, I don't actually know who they are. Let me see. I have not a clue. Harry Hicks is a nice guy. He said it in the question.
He's pretty nice, to be fair.
They're all
Pretty
nice
decent
guys.
Yeah,
they're all
they
nice
are.
guys, but I don't think I can pick a favourite. How about you, Tom?
No, there are no favourites. They're all good.
Right, okay. Next one. Harry also asks, can you do a video where the subs suggest what you do for a day?
Can do.
That sounds a little bit similar to something I've already done
had an
twice.
idea. Yeah.
Well, no, something I've done
I
on
did
my
suggest
channel,
that
and
as well.
yeah. Basically, because I've done Instagram controls my life. We're planning to do Instagram controls our podcast, and so I suppose that's similar. If we want to do something maybe with subscribers or something, where I had when I read this, I had an idea of possibly asking sort of some subscribers to maybe each give us sort of something to do in a day, and we just get them to do it. Well, go do it, yeah. Or maybe like ask certain subscribers, or ask subscribers to film a video of themselves and then send it in to us of them asking us to do something. Could be cool. But I suppose we have to have enough people wanting to send in videos of them saying stuff. Because obviously, well, the reason for making them do videos is for the YouTube video, just makes it entertaining. But yeah, I'd be up for doing that. Obviously, it would probably be a better idea to do it after COVID. I say after COVID, sort of. We don't know when that'll be, but sort of maybe when stuff's a little bit less strict and more stuff's open, so we can actually go like into town on a bus or whatever, or go McDonald's like we've done it to go McDonald's on life. But yeah, we'll see. I feel like that could be a cool idea. My subscribers control my day. But yeah, okay. Next one, Joshua Hawes asks, what is your favourite part about doing the podcast? What's your favourite part, Tom?
Jacob Silver fan club. I didn't like that. That was the biggest surprise of it all. Was just finding out that. So I'll say that.
My favourite part about doing the podcast.
To this day.
I'd say my favourite part. So if we're talking about sort of like my favourite part, sort of reoccurring every time we record a podcast, it's sort of like I'm able just to talk about whatever really, and I can just waffle, which people just don't really enjoy if I do it in my normal videos. Whereas I can just do it here, and it's normal because it's a podcast. Yeah, exactly. So I like being able to just say whatever I want and just speak. And I'm the one that edits this, so I know I can cut out stuff that Tom says, but he got cut out stuff I say. No, I'm kidding. But. No, yeah, I just enjoy being able to just talk. Yeah. Okay, next one. Lewis asks, "What are your thoughts on Benjamin Stacey?"
Is that Ben Stacey?
Yeah, Ben Stacey. He's a nice guy.
He's a nice guy.
Me and Ben actually lives across the road from me. He actually, if you just look out that window, you'd be able to see him. Well, it's shut at the moment, but well, no, you wouldn't be able to see him. He doesn't just stand outside his house. Yeah, I've been friends with Ben for quite a while. He's a nice guy. Tom knows Ben as well because I don't know, he met him.
Yeah. I used to speak to him a lot actually.
Yeah.
Played legendary Roblox games.
Prison life, a little bit of prison life and Phantom Forces. Okay, cool.
Game.
Okay, our last question comes from the Jacobs fan club, as we were talking about earlier, and they said, "What are your honest opinions on Jacobs fan club?"
Best club around.
I honestly, I think it's a bit like, I don't want to say this in a rude way. I think it's a bit weird. It feels a bit weird to me because obviously I'm just.
You have a fan base, Jacob.
I'm just me. There shouldn't be a Jacob fan club. Like I have 300 subscribers on YouTube. I like not many people who have 300 subs have a fan club, but it's a bit weird. But I have no problem with it as long as it doesn't get like out of hand. Yeah, I have no problem with Jacob fan club. I think it's funny. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, in which case, thanks for listening or watching this episode. Yeah. Thanks for sending in all the questions. As we said already, if you don't already, follow us on Instagram at Unnamed Pod to help us out. If you have any more questions, do feel free to DM them us on Instagram, and we'll answer them in podcast. I couldn't speak there. Or we haven't plugged this in a while. Send us a voice note. Send us a voicemail.
Yeah.
The link is in the description. Anchor.fm/unnamed podcast. At the unnamed podcast. And you can record a voice message and we'll play it in the podcast. So do go do that. Yeah. Got anything to say, Tom?
No, not really. Oh, actually, I was going to say, but because I'm recording somewhere else and not in the usual place I record, I was going to say, whoever guesses what room of the house I'm in gets a shout out. So, yeah.
Guess which room Tom's in. Guess down in the comments and we'll let you know if you're right or wrong. Well, if you're right, we won't say it, but who knows. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next podcast. Goodbye.
Bye.